Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Steve. On today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to set up OBS Studio to live stream for the first time. So if you're a beginner, I'll teach you right now how to install it and get everything set up so you could live stream today, immediately. It's really easy, and I'll show you how to do it. So let me just switch screens so I could show you. Let us go. Okay, the first thing you need, obviously, is the OBS Studio software. And to get it, all you have to do is go to obsproject.com, and I'll link that in the description below. Once you get to obsproject.com, you'll be able to download for Windows, Mac, or Linux. I use a Mac, so I'm going to do this tutorial for a Mac. And I already have it installed, so I'm not going to install it again. I'll just show you how to do it. You click on the version you want, and as you see, bloop, it'll install automatically into your downloads, and it'll thank you and give you some cool quick start guides and things. Just go into your downloads, find the disk image, and open it as you normally would. And then all you need to do is drag OBS into your applications. Like I said, I'm not going to do that because I already have it installed. Once it's up and running and you see it in your applications folder, just click it to open it, and it'll open. Now I have to do something right now that you won't have to do, okay? I'm just setting up a profile for this test. This is what's gonna happen when you open OBS for the first time. So I'm just gonna call this test. Again, don't worry about this. Yours will open for the first time with the auto configuration wizard. All right, now once you open OBS for the first time, this box should show up. What do you want to use OBS for? Do you want to stream and you might record? I do a lot of recording, but I mostly stream as well. Do you want to optimize it just for recording and you will never stream? Or do you just want to use it for a virtual camera? And I have a video on that I could link. For this video, we're going to optimize for streaming, and recording is secondary. All you have to do is hit next. Now, make sure you're connected to the internet because it's going to run internet tests. All right. It'll say, how do you want to use your base resolution? I usually keep it at 1080p. And then I usually put the frames per second at 60. Then hit next. Now it's going to ask you, what service do you want to connect to? Do you want to connect to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, etc.? For this video, I'm just going to go to YouTube. And it'll estimate the bitrate and bandwidth that you need. And it'll ask you right now to connect your account or use the stream key. I usually connect the account. I like this better than using the stream key. So you just click on this, and now this should open. And all you have to do is sign in to your Google account. And I'll just sign in to mine. You won't see my password. That's fine. It'll just get me in. It'll say OBS Studio wants to access your account. Of course, I want to allow it. Authorization completed successfully. I could close the page. And now I could go right back into OBS. And now you could see next is here, so it's connected. Now I will click next, and it'll estimate all this information for me. And you'll see the progress bar and some static in the background. It's doing the test. I'll probably fast forward this in the video. Now it's done. And it gives you all your final results. You're connected to YouTube, the primary ingest server. It suggests to me that I use a bit rate of 2200. It wants you to use a software encoder. It wants to broadcast at 1080p as your base, but it wants to output it to 480 by 843 at 60 frames per second. Now you could just go ahead and click Apply Settings. Don't worry about this chat box. I have one installed. You probably won't see this, so disregard the chat box. Now, within OBS Studio, you are ready to broadcast. So, what do you need to broadcast? You need a microphone and you need your webcam. Now is the time to plug in your USB mic and your USB webcam. So plug them in. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now you have your microphone and your webcam plugged in via USB. So what do you need to do? Well, one, they already have a scene created, so you don't have to create an extra scene. You could rename this if you want. So I will just go to rename and I'll put test scene. Now you want to add your microphone and your webcam to the scene. Now all you do is go to your sources. Go to the plus button and I want to add, say, my microphone. So we'll go to audio input capture. And I will call this my Blue Yeti because that's the microphone I have. I'll click OK. And now you see you could search everything connected to your computer. And right here is my Blue Yeti. So I'll click this and then I'll immediately mute it so there's no feedback. So now you can see it added the audio mixer for your microphone. And that's it. Your microphone is connected. Now you want to add your webcam. So you go to plus and sources again. This time you go to video capture device. And now I want to connect my Logitech. So I'll just put Logitech webcam. Click OK. And now what device do I want to use? And there it is, my Logitech Brio. And there I am. I'm going to use the preset 720, or do I want to make it 1080p? I want it to be 1080p, so I'll click 1080p. And then click OK. And there I am. You can see me right here. I'm all set. I have my microphone. I have my webcam. And for beginners, that's basically all you need to start streaming. How do you do it? All you have to do is this. You could click Start Streaming, or you could click Manage Broadcast. The first thing I usually do is click Manage Broadcast. That'll bring this box up. You could create a new broadcast right here. You could title it, add a description, your privacy, etc. Or you could select something that's existing. So if you're on YouTube Studio on your browser and you created a stream for later and you filled out all the information, it'll show up and select existing broadcast. For the purpose of this video, we could just create a new one. We just title it whatever you want. Test stream. Description, yada, yada, yada. Anything you want again. We want it to be public. If you're a gamer, you'll set it to gaming. If I'm doing a video like this, I put science and technology. Regardless if I make a video that kids can watch or kids can't, I always click no, it's not made for kids. Because sometimes I curse and I don't want to be banned or flagged. If you're making specific content for kids, you'd probably want to click yes, it's made for kids. Then you want to add your thumbnail, click select file. And I think I have some in downloads OBS files. Thumbnails. And then just click whichever one you want. It'll add your thumbnail. Latency, I always select low latency. DVR, I keep clicked. 360 video, I don't use. Schedule for later means just that. If you don't want to go live right this second, just click on schedule for later and then select when you want your stream to start. But for this, I'm not going to schedule anything. Now, once you have everything filled out here, you could either create your broadcast and have it sitting in the queue, or you could create your broadcast and start streaming right now. What I'm going to do is just create the broadcast. So now it'll create my broadcast. So when I'm ready to stream, it's already in there. I don't need to fill anything out. So I missed one step when I originally recorded this video. So let's get back to OBS and I'll show you what that is. All right, let's create our live stream again. Create new broadcast. I'll just make it test broadcast again. Doesn't matter what the description is. This time I'll make it unlisted so no one can see it for the purpose of the video. No, it's not made for kids. And again, I'll choose my thumbnail. So we'll go to my downloads, OBS files, thumbnails, pick anyone. All right, I want my latency to be low. Don't want to schedule later, and I'm all good. So I'll hit create broadcast again. Now, this is creating your live stream for whenever you're ready. You could just hit start stream like I told you, and it'll go right into YouTube and start. What I forgot to mention is sometimes I like to go back into Manage Broadcast. I click on Select Existing Broadcast, and here's the one we just created. So I'll click on that, and this one's already clicked on, and then I'll click on Open YouTube Studio. And that'll open my studio, and now upcoming streams will be right here. What I like to do now is click on View in Live Control Room. And now everything here is ready for you to stream. And I always like to view this. It'll have your title, category, everything you set up. Enable auto start means when you hit start in OBS, it'll start right up in YouTube. Enable auto stop means when you click stop in OBS, it'll automatically stop the stream in YouTube. Enable DVR just like we had. Low latency just like we selected. And then once this is up, I just like to move it to the side, but for this, I'll just keep it here so you could see. I'm all good. Now what we want to do, we want to select the broadcast and start streaming. And remember, you could also select broadcast, get out of the screen, and then start, but I'm going to start from here. And now you see on the bottom, it'll tell me we're live streaming, it's recording the CPU usage it's taking up. And in a couple of seconds, usually 7, bam, right there, there's our live stream. And this is big because you like to manage it. You could see your chat right here, and you could just say whatever you want. Hey, blah, blah, blah. You chat here, and when people reply, you're good to go. So that right there is how you set up your OBS Studio to live stream for beginners. It's really basic. You install the software, you let it do the auto configuration, and it'll pretty much let you know the settings that you need. And if you're a beginner, you don't want to toggle too much in the settings, just leave it. After you have that set up, you add your microphone like I showed you, you add your camera like I showed you, and then you manage your broadcast with the Manage Broadcast button. You enter all of your information, and then you either live stream straight from there, or you come back out and click on Start Streaming, and you'll be ready to go on YouTube. And I know this video may have sounded like a lot, but it's really, really simple. I promise if you follow this step by step, you'll be live streaming in no time. And as always, if you're confused, just leave your question in the comments below. I will answer them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell as always. Thank you as always, and happy streaming. Peace, guys.